Four suspects under arrest, charged after two Mississippi cops are killed in cold blood this weekend during a routine traffic stop. This brings the total number of police officers killed in the line of duty this year alone to 40. Last year, there was over 100 killed in the line of duty. So, what needs to change? Are cops cops safe to do their jobs today? How does it affect how they do their jobs tomorrow? Let's ask our panel, who have come together for this very reason. Former NYPD detective and Fox News contributor Bo Dietl, retired NYPD Lieutenant John Rafferty, and retired NYPD Inspector Joe Cordero. Bo, first to you. Your thoughts about these two officers being gunned down, the prime of their lives, in Mississippi, 1,000 miles from where we were burying an officer in New York.
I mean, this is what a cop goes in when he goes to work at night. This is what can happen. And one officer is African-American and one is white. And then police officer Moore that we buried here in New York was shot in the face. This is what cops go out there. And it just kills me inside my heart when the people turn on cops like this, when they're putting their lives on the line. Right here, we represent three generations, the 1970s, the 80s, and the 90s, and how the job has changed when we used to have so much crime and the cops were respected, the detectives were respected out there. Now it's gone the whole other way, and it's just, it takes your heart out when these cops are out there. And now whenever they do anything, everything's magnified, every move they make, and these cops are not going to want to do anything.
Lieutenant, first off, people say the cops don't want to do anything. At the same time, there's protests in Baltimore saying you're doing too much. Who's right?
Well, I think the only thing that's going to save some of these communities is proactive police work. And I think people fail to realize that. You know, you can't have it both ways. You need officers that want to go out there, do their job, support them. But also you need the politicians, rather than condoning this behavior, they have to condemn the behavior by these protesters, criminals, and rioters, because otherwise this is what's going to happen. People are going to keep fighting the police, and you're going to keep seeing more and more police shootings.
Joe, do you really think that politicians have a role in the violence and the level of threat we see in the street?
Absolutely. You know, they've been, out of those 126 officers who died in the line of duty, 50 were shot and killed last year. So far, 11 this year. In fact, since the unfortunate incident involving Eric Garner in Staten Island, 33 police officers have been killed. Where are the protests? Where's the outrage? Where's the media? Why are we not talking about reform and dealing with the issues of crime?
You know what I'm seeing? I'm seeing two islands. I see 30,000 people show up in New York for one man they never met, and they come from all around the country. That was passion. And I see the passion in Baltimore, in which it turned out to be riots and unrest.
Let's get to the heart and soul of this. There was over 6,000 young kids in the minority communities were killed last year, not by cops. This is black-on-black crime. This is the issue. Instead of the Sharptons jumping around ugly with everything, they should be marching on black crime. There were 5 kids killed in Baltimore in the last 2 weeks, not by cops. My problem is here, when you look at a rap singer and they idolize them, let them start idolizing police officers. Let them start getting some education that cops aren't bad.
Real quick, Lieutenant, that's because the cops are the last line of defense. When the family falls apart and the economic opportunities aren't there, they're asking the cops to be the parents.
I think a lot of times we have to look at the parenting. We have to look at our judicial system. Why are these people even out in the street? I mean, after being arrested so many times, why don't we come down with stricter crimes? We're offering drug dealers drug treatment programs rather than crime, than jail time.
Final thought, Joe?
Yeah, we got to really rethink what we're doing. We're blaming cops and not criminals for crimes.
Gotcha.
We're blaming cops and not rioters for riots.
Gotcha.
You know, we make cop killers commencement speakers, but boo police commissioner from one of the most successful police departments in the country.
It's outrageous. It's hard to be fair and balanced with this topic. Bo Dietl, John Rafferty, Joe Cordero, thanks so much. We have your back anyway.